And this is Glim reading poetry.
Well, the vibes are vibes are just spilling out.
Okay, I usually do this thing where I explain my poems too much, so I'm gonna try not to do that. But this one is untitled. It is about hanging out in my backyard. Apple blossoms weep their petals in spring rain, and I swear it's a different rain than the heartbreak cold downpour of seasonal affective disorder, or the DSM-5's attempt to pathologize hibernation. A whispered pink petal snow settles on soggy soil, pattering flirt of invitation from April showers. I lick nectar sweet dew from every flower. And I forgot to plant seeds this year, like I keep forgetting to text you back, but I'm thinking of you, and flowers still grow. I watch them unfurl their fine, fairy fingers, and I think about my garden anxiety. Fear of failure married to inexperience. Or maybe I'm just scared to let life bloom slowly. There will always be spring and seeds to plant, so I'll try again next year and see firsthand that I helped things grow. Because this porch is the center of a vortex, pulling in deck-stair guitar players and backyard garden gazers, neighborhood friends identifying newts, and trees that crack under the weight of their fruit. Against a pallet of plump pom-pom dahlias, a girl I met yesterday hugs me goodbye like an old friend that I may or may not ever see again. None of these fences have real gates, and the chickens escape their pen. My cat delivers half a dead mouse to the doormat. It has been 0 days since our last incident. In this house, we believe ratchet straps are life, and God is a transsexual. I wrote this like 4 days ago, so if it sucks, then it's still a draft, and it will be better eventually. This is called Up All Night. Root-bound moon dew, grasping for mosquitoes, like I'm grasping for answers late at night. Wander through the dark streets, past your old house. Look to the sky as a chemtrail cuts the moon in half. 2 a.m., bloodshot eyes, sink hours into Metroidvanias, and grieve my latest collection of misplaced affections. Convincing you to face this, to stop waxing evasive, makes Hollow Knight feel like Stardew fucking Valley. At the crossroads of my psychedelic flights of fancy and tendency to only feel loved in the throes of someone's mania or the latest ill-advised cocaine era, I stay awake stripping urethane from memories we shared. I'm conducting lunar synthesis in the glow of moonshine while I dance with my shadow self in the quarry to the off-key tune of Bullfrog Song. All I can do is wait for this phase to wane. This is about living in a gross punk house and being the only one that ever takes out the trash. This is called Compost, Decay, and Other Necessities. For the love of all the detritivores, picking apart the ugly things, someone must do it, the dirty chores. Alchemizing rancid flesh and decay back into shiny green shoots of spring. Inhale death, exhale life, does the detritivore. And only I in this moldy old house ever give the compost bucket a fling. Someone must do it, the dirty chores. As weeds are pulled and seeds are sown, and garden beds fill with prisms of green, no one stops to thank the detritivores. I find my purpose with each pitchfork turn, unearth fat worms and rich soil they bring. Someone must do it, the dirty chores. On cardboard scraps, fungi sprout in rings. On a rabbit carcass, gristle still clings. Axle of the wheel, the detritivores. Someone must do it, the dirty chores.
Yeah!
This is called Survival Mode RPG Your Life. Can you tell I'm a gamer? Outing myself. Anarchistic daydreams spinning bike spokes towards downtown. Charred lungs, cigarettes, and overheated dab nails. Climbing trees in the park, eating sun-warmed plums. Mastering the free pile and foraged economy. Give what we have and take what we need. Honey brown eyes smile in the sun. I finally managed to stop feeling so judged in the presence of tobacco-tinged kisses and scream-sung folk punk songs. Love burns brightest at the height of summer. Manic roller coaster, what goes up comes down. Never wanting to change only makes change louder. Onward to better, worse, or just different. Polycules implode under the trestle. We run, questioning the point of all we've done. RPG or life is our battle cry. Refugees and fantasy. Send me on a fetch quest. Potions, mana, tonics of turmeric. Top up my HP for a war in your underworld. We both say things we don't mean. I find vitality pretending I'm a wizard, casting our demons away. When winter rolls in, my magic is dimmer, so I hang an X-shaped cross of rowan twigs over the door and pray. But you can't find your way out of bed today. I put lemon zest on my morning eggs and eat the last of the summer jam. Okay, this is called Water Column. Gently, tenderly, take my hand in yours and sink through this twilight zone down to abyssopelagic depths. Reading the shape of your thoughts by the dim light of siphonophores twining around our limbs. How deep can we go before I stop seeing your eyes as refractions of the surface light? Before we're lost to a mutual water solubility. Before all that's left is darkness and things we find in the darkness. Some of which is you and some of which is me. That's about Kate Holland, by the way. Okay, this is the last one I have. I didn't write this poem about you. I wrote it about how the dewdrops freeze and the grass is full of crunchy glitter when I'm biking to your house. I wrote it about sticking my feet in a trickling forest stream, letting cold water lick my soles and wondering if you'd do the same. I wrote it about delicately refracted beams of sunlight leaking through my bedroom window, and how I'm grateful that birds sing, even if I forget to be listening, because my scientific curiosity is too wrapped up in what your mouth might feel like. I wrote it about how I have this thirst for entropy and all systems tend towards chaos, but I still have to clean my room just in case you come over. But I didn't write this about you. I wrote it about riding our bikes through tunnels in the dark, howling like a pack of wolves because it makes me feel alive. I wrote it about how clouds are actually dragons in disguise and deconstructing the false dichotomies of science and magic. I wrote it about how sometimes I can almost make out words in the tiny veins of a flower petal, if only I spoke the language. I wrote it about how I hate myself, and I wrote it about how I love myself, and I wrote it about how maybe simply existing is a neutral state of being. I wrote it about swimming through neofluorescent phosphorescence, bioluminids of the new moon, and everything we could do in the pinpricked night. I swear I didn't write this about you. I wrote it about swinging on the playground at 3 a.m. when I can't sleep, because it's the same swoop of butterflies that erupts inside me every time you glance my way. Thank you for listening. There's some interesting drawing thing happening next, I guess. Excited to see whatever that is.